Hi, welcome to the Facebook Live for week 3 and happy Easter to everybody. I was up the other house today and it was snowing up there this afternoon, and it's forecast for more snow, so we're still not over winter. I'm sure all the Easter eggs and chocolate will make people feel a lot better. So we're just waiting for the first few people to come on. It's the first time you've been on here. Just look for a button on the left or the right to actually subscribe. Hi, Jeremy's just coming on. I'll just flick round to show you the figures and what I'm going to be talking about today. So, what have we got here today? First of all, which you'll see before, our best-selling consumable product is Wipeout Stain Remover. And if you haven't got this product, it's amazing. It does so many amazing things. So I'll show you that a little bit in a little poll that I've had earlier in the week. But it's a great product to demonstrate on the doorstep. You can take one round. If they've got some UPVC, it's really dirty, just spray a little bit on and it'll get it off. It's obviously really meant for getting stains and blood and things out of, or wine or all them kind of things, but it does a lot more things than it actually says on the tin. Hi, Ron's just come on. So right, anyway, so we'll get into the figures and I'll show you what's going on. First of all, if you're new and you've just joined, this is where the training videos are, at the pin post in the group. So it's sellonfb.co.uk. I think I'll have a click on there today and actually go there, and we'll come back from that. So if you've not been on there, it takes you across to the blog I've actually got, and then you'll see all the different training videos pop up that you can actually have a look at on how to get started, and how to place orders, how to bump posts, and all the little tricks that we've got to actually help you grow your business. So there's a load of training videos there to work your way through. So make sure you point people in the direction of that once you've set up that group and got them up and running. So go back to Facebook now. Right, so that's that. So that's at the top. That's what you call a pin post, which is at the top of the group. So first of all, for this week, Satsudu's had a fantastic week. He did £1,800 with the new kleeneze catalogues. So the new catalogues are absolutely amazing. And what you've got to be doing as well, I'll just grab your mind, is to show you the pink copies of all the orders that you actually get when you start. These pink copies will be actually 26 years old in September. So you're joining a business that lasts, and just shows you some of the orders. What was that? For a can opener and a bowl scraper, which would be 1992 that order came in. So what you get, if you're new to this, on the catalogue side, you can get, once you've got 100 customers placing £5 order, £6 orders, it's £600. So it mightn't seem a lot in little orders, but they all add up to a lot of orders. So keep these pink copies. It's great to have evidence to show that the business does work on the catalogue side, and obviously it works amazingly well on the online side as well. So that's top on 3264, Sue Dickinson second on 2917, and the list goes down. And above here, there's a much bigger list. Takes you down to, I think, 450 bonus points is what it takes you down to. This week I've took it in. So remember, we're going into the last week of the period, so watch them bonus levels. So if you've got a team member that's hit that list for the first time, make sure you give them a bit of recognition for doing well. So you can see people doing that for different people as well. So Sats had a fantastic week. It's going to be tight for the last week of the period to see who's going to be top. So we'll see what happens there. Now on the sponsoring side, that's a really exciting side. The retail side gives you instant income, but the sponsoring side gives you residual income, because you never know who you're going to sponsor, who's going to take off with this business. And then once they start building your team, you're picking up income off them for the rest of your life. Hiya, Jen's just come on there. So these are the top ones, and again at the top, the blog post there takes you to everybody who's sponsored somebody. So if you've got a new team member on there that sponsored the first team member, give them a well done, massive well done like. So at the minute we've got Chris Smith top on 13. So that's never happened before. So I've got Kelly and Ian Ash on 9. I can't see because of the thing popping up on my screen. That'll just go in a second. Sheila and Colin Sutherland on 9, Paul and Carolyn Blacksoff on 8, Nikki Kaywood on 8, Ware on 7, Nikki McTaggart on 7, Claire Salmon on 5, and then the list goes down. So well done everybody who's sponsored somebody this period so far, and we'll see who's the top one at the end of the period. New business. Now, if you don't understand what that is, it's anybody who sponsored somebody that started in this period and whatever volume that they've done. So at the minute, top is Sarah Morland on 692, Kelly Nash on 645, John and Nicola Malone on 465, and then the list goes on. So well done everybody on that list. I must have put the top sponsors up twice for some reason, unless somebody's just bumped that. Not to worry on that. What I always do as well, once a week actually, sort of with the new members, I'll tag them and welcome to the group. So I'll welcome to the new group, and especially for new people. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. Don't just expect this to be successful in your first day or your first week. It takes time, but the truth of it is, the more you learn, the more you earn. And 26 years on nearly, I'm learning stuff every week, so don't think you know it all. This business, especially with the online side, is getting so clever with some of the tips we're actually coming up with. So here's some stories as well of the new catalogues. The EWB from kleeneze came out, and there's a one from John Webb. He got £562 off 70 catalogues. There's another one there of 78 books that got 357. And if you look at the comments, there's some other ones in there as well. Lou Sims of 130 catalogue customer base picked up £700 worth of orders. So that's on the offline side of it. You can build them catalogues that you can drop once a month or every 3 weeks. And people will buy every week, every time you drop them catalogue. I've had people buy for 26 years. So they get very loyal to you. So look after their customers, and they'll look after you as well to keep buying from you, all the different products that we have as we change through the seasons. This is a training I did on sponsoring. By using messaging, texting, etc. So if you haven't seen that, somebody's bumped that up. And this was last week, showing you how you can actually put different graphics into your picture to make them more attractive. I'll show you one that somebody's done in the comments actually, because there's a few people had a play with it, not just the one that I did. Tracy Stock did a one, I think she's put it up. This is the one I did. So any picture becomes a video, gets seen more. So I had a go, I'll just click on it, and added a bit of fire into the background. So there's different things you can actually do with that. And where's she gone? I'm sure Tracy did one somewhere. No, it's up here somewhere. I must have put it somewhere else. I can't find that one. But there's a few people had a go with that. It's a brilliant app. Added a lot of fun. There's some iCatalogues there that you can actually sort of go and have a look at the different catalogues to pick products. Hi Abby and Peter. Abby's out in Spain, I think. I hope it's warmed up over there. They've got the new kleeneze catalogue, iCatalogue there. How to do an online party event launch, and I've spelt launch wrong. For new people, you'll understand I'm very dyslexic. I was put in the backward class at school, so you'll just get used to me missing things around and spelling it the wrong way around. But it doesn't stop you from being successful. As long as you've got the right positive attitude, you can actually get there. So I did a Facebook Live in the week about the new catalogues and talking about the demo products. We'll come back to that. We've got a big event coming up in Newcastle on the 15th of April. We've got a great lineup of speakers. Peter Wellick, Nikki Kaywood, Alan Moffat and Deborah Pusey. So get along to that event. It's absolutely going to be fantastic. I'll be speaking Spanish. Hola. Habla un español un poco as far as I go. I speak Spanish very little. But you can use Google Translate now. It's perfectly to speak perfectly with people. Right, so this was the poll I actually did in the group. If you missed this, so these are our best-selling products, and obviously the top one is Wipeout Stain Remover by a mile. So every household in the country should have that product. So get some yourself to try it if you haven't got it. Do some demonstration with it. And when you get a customer on that, make sure you put an Able label on that. If you don't know what an Able label is, it's a company that actually supplies 1,000 labels for a small price. But you want your label on that when they do something with that product and they tell their friends and family, the only place they can get it from is from us. So they want them to be phoning you up asking about that. So make sure that you've got Able labels on there. Have your Facebook group as well, so it can find you on there, add you into there. But it's the most important thing is to get some repeat business products. So anything you get that's consumable, stick your label on it, so when it runs out they're going to phone you. And guess what, the next time they want some wipeout stain remover, they'll not just put an order in for that, they'll get something else as well. So it gives you a great way to get repeat business. So we'll carry on down here and see what pops up next. Kev Ryder's got a workshop coming up. That's a personalised catalogue as well. Fantastic products in there. Everything you can have your name on, so I'd sort of lead with them products as well in your group. The stock levels are 100% in there, so it's fantastic, and people love to have their name on different products as well. Mark went gold last period. That's his story. That's last week's Facebook tips, last week's figures. Just going down in case I missed anything, because things get bumped around a lot. I'm sure there's something missing somewhere. That was a new warehouse. If you haven't seen the new warehouse and what that looks like, have a look at that. Oh, this is what I wanted to do from Margaret Gray. What people were doing, if when you're on the doorstep and you get an order over 100 quid, you do a little dance. So Margaret did a little dance in there. So once you've got an order over £100 on the doorstep, do a little video of you having a little dance. And it's amazing how many orders, once you've got a customer base up and running and you've got that trust, will get orders over £100 or more. And the all-time record in the team was one Christmas time. Somebody dropped a catalogue off in an Indian restaurant near Southampton, or might have been in Southampton, and they got an order for £2,000 of Christmassy stuff to decorate the restaurant, paid cash. So don't be. It's not just the letterboxes of people's houses. You drop catalogues. You can drop them at chip shops, takeaways, post offices, hairdressers, anywhere where there's people during the day. Drop a catalogue and you'll pick up orders. That's apart from the online side of it. Anyway, so that's me waffling on for this week's tips. Thanks for coming on, and make sure you tag your team in here who's done well. Give them a like if you've got a team member it's hitting them levels. But remember, next week's the last week of the period, so don't miss them bonus levels. Absolutely, really go for it. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll speak to you all soon.